This is the screen you're going to see once you click login to the school portal. You can log in as the school admin if you have admin privilege, or you can log in here, the second login button, if you are a student, you are a teacher, a parent, and any other user. Because when you log in with the school admin, you require an admin privilege to be able to access the portal. So you will need to log in using the second button, log in here, if you are a student, a teacher, or parent, or any other user on the portal. However, the admin can log in as the school admin using the button up, or can log in as any other user, which is still going to give the admin privilege to the login user. So I'm going to log in with both as a super user. So I'm going to log in using the admin privilege. Okay, now I've logged in as the super admin, and that gives me privilege to access the core back end of the application. Any user with admin privilege can access this, but with different level of permission. From the admin end here, I can go back to the dashboard. If I click on that dashboard button, you can see I am back to the dashboard. This is the super admin dashboard, where the super admin can pick the tools that needed to be used from the left menu list here. So the super admin can switch between this dashboard or the core admin dashboard. Depends on the activity the super admin or the admin may want to perform. So that will determine where the admin is going to. Using any of the two interfaces, the super admin can manipulate the portal as they want. So I'll be using the dashboard environment, which we have explained even on the previous videos. But in this particular video, we'll be looking at using the payment tools. We currently have our students registered. We currently have teachers registered. We have 2 teachers. We have our 4 students in this demo example. So for the payment, the admin will need to do some fundamental registration, like putting in the account detail of the school so that users can see the account detail, and setting the fee for each of the classes and for each of the fee categories. So let's go back to the core admin end where that task can be performed. So we are there in the payment module. Know it that the application is made up of several modules. We have the attendance module, authentication module, curriculum module, event module, payment module, so the results module, the staff module, student module, ticket module, transport module, users module. So with this, you can pick any of the tasks you want to do. With the module header, you can know what activity, what task do you actually want to perform. So in the payment module, you can see we have the bank details. So the school needs to register bank details from here, and it will enable students, parents, and other users to see the school bank details. So they can pick it for payment and then making reference to the payment they have made. The school can enter more than one bank account. If you want to enter account details, just click on this button, add bank detail. So once you click on bank detail, it just requires you to put the account name, the account number, and then the bank name. Once you have entered all this, then you can save it. But in this case, we have already entered, so we will not be burdened to enter any other account again. So that is the way to enter bank account. Then what you want to do is to set the class fee template. The class fee template simply means what payment is required of each of those classes. In most cases, we have different classes actually paying different fee for different categories of fee. So the class template is where you enter all the fee required by each of the classes. Then the payment categories is actually the category that has to do with tuition is a category, book is a category, uniform is a category, registration is a category, and so on and so forth. So we have different type of categories. So if I should click on the payment categories, what are we going to see? We're going to see book, tuition, uniform, and you can actually add other type of category maybe our exam fee, examination fee. So you can add it. If you have a description for it, you can put it there. If you don't have any description, you can leave it blank. So I'm going to save that, and you can see we have another category added to the list of our categories for payment. Then what we want to check again is we are still under the payment category. The payment, payment notifications. Payment notification actually is where the admin get notification for people that have made payment. The portal allows students or parents to make payment, then send notification to the admin. The admin receives the notification and then can process the payment. So the payment notification is where the admin sees all notifications. Then we have payments. Payment is actually the record of payment that have been made on this portal. So this is actually automatically populated once payments are made. This is automatically populated. Or the admin also can enter payment manually for payment notification received. So the admin can process payment from this end. Then we also have under the payments we have receipts. These are receipts that are generated once payments are made. So receipts are automatically generated. So the admin can view the receipt from this end and can see the receipt. This is not the interface that the student used to see their receipt or the parent used to see receipt, but this is the admin view of how the receipt looks like. So let's go to the next one, which is the student account ledger. You don't need to do anything in the student account ledger, as this is automatically populated once payments are made. The receipt is automatically generated once payments are made. Then we have the student fee assignments. What does the student fee assignment mean? Student fee assignment allows the admin to allocate certain amount of fee to certain students. This allows for where discounts are given to students, where some students pay less, some parents pay less for their children, because probably they have more number of children in the school, or because of their long-standing relationship with the school, or whatever the case may be. The fee that the student pays may differ from the actual class template. Let's assume that a class pays 450,000 per term for tuition. Then some parent may be giving some concession where they pay 350,000. So the student fee assignment allows you to check a student and then allocate the actual fee to that student. And on the other hand, you can use it to set fee for each of those classes. So we go to the student fee assignment. Student fee assignment is where you see the actual amount that is allocated to each of the students. This is assigned using the student detail, where we are going to check now. But you can see that here for books, this amount has been assigned to this student, and then this has been assigned as tuition to this student. The admin can actually assign fee to different students, assigning different amounts to them. The case is the case that I mentioned earlier, where students pay less than the actual class template. So let's set up the class template. So I click on the class template. Here we already have some details about classes that have already been set up. You can see JS3 uniform is 50,000 naira. JS2 uniform is 45,000 naira, and it goes like that. Remember, you can always use the filter by the right here to just check for JS2, and you can see all their fee. Or JS3, you see all the fee that relates to JS3. If it's JS1, whatever the class name is, just click on the filter. If you filter out all the fee that is required of that particular class. So let us add another fee template for a class. So you go to add class fee template. It will ask you the student class. What class are we talking? Let us say JS1. The term, let's say first term. The session, you pick the session. Then the category. Remember, we've entered our category. We want to mention exam fees now. So we say exam fee for JS1 is 15,000 naira. So you enter 15,000 and you save it. So once you have saved it, you can see under the category of fee that is required for JS1, we have examination fee, 15,000, uniform, the book, and the tuition. This is how to set the categories. And this is how to set the class template. How do you assign fee to students? You need to understand that you need to assign fee to the student for them to generate their invoices. So you go to the student details. Let us look for students. You see students, then see students details. This is where you see all the students in the school. Then you can filter by classes. You can see we have only one person in JS1, then JS3, and then JS1 we have 3 persons there. In JS2 rather we have only one student there. Then we have JS3, and that's where you will see all the list of the students you have in each of those classes. Now let us assign fee to our particular student in JS1. These are the student list. You can see their first name, you can see their last name, and these are the students in this class. So I want to assign fee to student 1. I just select student 1 and I click and I say assign fee to selected student. So I click on go. Then it takes me to this window where I see assign fees to students, or it's giving us 2 times. Then you are about to assign fee to the following student, this particular student. What kind of fee do I want to assign now? So we pick examination fee. Remember that in the class template we set examination fee to be 15,000. However, we have given this particular child some level of discount, and this child has been allowed to pay just 10,000. So it allows us to assign particular fee to different students. So with this now, I say assign fee. So this student is going to see 10,000 as examination fee to be paid against the usual class template, which is 15,000 for exam. So that is the way you assign fee to student. You can select multiple students. You can click and select all the students in a class after filtering the class, and then come here and say assign fee to selected student. Then you click go. Then with that, you can pick the category of fee you want to assign. Let's say it is book. Then you can now click enter the amount that you want to assign for that category, for that list of students. Then this list of number of students, once you put the amount, then you just say assign fee to them. Automatically that fee will be assigned to them. So this is the important thing to setting up your payments on the portal. So this is what you need to do to set the fundamental information for student payment. We use the payments module, enter the bank detail. The class template is where you list all the amount that is required in each category for each of the classes, and the payment category, of course, is the payment category that we have listed. Whatever category they fall into in your own school, you just list them there: tuition, books, uniform, sportswear, and all that. While the payment notification is basically for notifying the admin if a payment has been made. Payment is where you see all the list of payment that has been made. Where receipt is where you see all the list of receipt that has been generated on the portal. Then you see the student account ledger is what manages the student account communication. So you don't need to do anything there. You don't need to do anything to receipt. You don't need to add receipt. You don't need to add account ledger. Or you don't need to add payment notification. It's going to come by itself. Once the students submit a payment notification or the parents submit a payment notification, you are going to get it there. Then the student fee assignment is where you see all the amount that has been assigned to each of the students in each of those categories. And then to assign fee to a student, you need to go to student details. Just click on the student details, and then this drop down will show you assign fees to selected student. So that is the way to go setting up your payment on the portal.